Hi everyone. So my thoughts on ethics. So we have something at Walmart called the open door policy, and if you feel like anything has been violated or if you have a problem and you don't think you can work it out with the other person and you just don't feel comfortable, you can take it to your manager. And if they don't do anything about it, you can just keep climbing the ladder. Um, and in doing so, like, you can like explain your problem and try to get it fixed or find a solution. I feel like this is more of a mandatory ethics position because like we're not really aspiring to understand and follow through. um and sorry. I was trying to get my hair out of my face and that was just not working. I'm sorry. It's late. So I just, and for other things about ethics, I like the values. Walmart, where I work, has really core values on like making sure that we're including to everyone. That is something that they really do teach. Especially when you have to go for management classes. Like like they tell you you have to include everyone and you can't like be exclusive whether or not they're disabled, race, um, gender, orientation. Like you just you need to be open to everyone and be willing to work with them on that. And it's just something that I think like we do try to almost be aspirational when we're teaching management, but when it comes to actually applying it, I feel like it's more mandatory and it doesn't really take the full effect that we should have or the attention that it needs. Because I've had a couple of people who've been frustrated with the process a lot of times because they never see any changes or anything done to correct the issues that they have brought up with the ethics. Um, and that is something that is really hard with Walmart, is that like they do investigations and they have to hear all the sides, and it does take a really long time. One of my coworkers got accused of something and I can't really go into it, and it took him almost 2 months to be fired, found guilty of it and be fired. And I don't think it should take that long, and I feel like it should be swift and everything should be brought in and yes, investigated. And I did like that aspect of it, but the waiting I think is what really got to him because he just felt like he was put on the back burner a little bit. And then and for me, like what I want to do is I actually kind of like I like the aspirational, but I also like the what was it? Wasn't aspirational or mandatory. Sorry, I'm looking back at notes real quick. Positive. I like being able to take action, but also to have it grow to what is needed and how your ethics have changed and will be changing. So the ones that tug at my heartstrings and really get to me is the veracity and telling telling the truth. Because I've only ever had one counselor, and I've had at least 5 or 6 now throughout my life. I've kind of struggled with depression and anxiety, especially as a teenager, and there was one counselor and therapist who really helped me and took the time, but she was truthful because she was like, you know what? I went through the same thing as you did when I was a teenager, and you know what? I still struggle every now and again, and you're going to struggle, and that's okay. And to have like flashback moments or moments where you're like, this was really screwed up and I feel horrible about it. And she was like, it's okay, just take that moment, breathe through it, because I do too. And it was just kind of like, hey, you know what, this person who's a lot older than me is being able to describe what she's gone through and being able to be open with it, then I feel like I'm not alone. And I feel like you kind of need that. And I always want to be truthful and open with my clients while still having autonomy and being able to hold stuff back too and keep things to myself, but a willingness to open up a little bit to others and be truthful. I also would not. The other one that stands out to me is the non-maleficence. I think that's how you say it. Not being malice, not having malice towards others, because I feel like that's a struggle. Because you can say things or do things that harm other people without you meaning to, and I've had that a couple of times in my life, where I've said something and I meant it as a joke, and especially in my professional, I was joking around with our receivers, and one of them actually took it seriously, and it really hurt her, and it made her feel like she wasn't good at her job, and I had to pull her aside and be like, yo, if you don't want me to joke with you like that, and I never meant for you to take it that way, and we're on a much better solid ground now than we were. And then I think that's about it. I'm sorry this is long and kind of rambling. It's late and I've been packing. So I hope you guys have a great week, and I will see you all next week.